McIntyre, Comer, Muldoon, Casa Grande, and Bradley. This is the closest points race we got, and this is before qualifying points, folks. Joe Muldoon was 1 up on McIntyre, 16 up on Bradley, 44 on Tyler Clark, and 56 on Casa Grande. So they do get some points for heat race wins and positions. I'm sure these guys know every stitch of the points as they come around. I'm going to stomp on that loud pedal, and here we go for the first heat race of the night. Muldoon taking a peek in between Comer and McIntyre, thinks better of it. And we got a drag race down the back stretch with McIntyre and Comer. Comer drifts a little bit high, but that car seemed to stick real well right there. I would say a dead heat at the line. The transponder says Comer leads lap 1. Got his nose out there just a little bit down the backstretch. McIntyre stuffs it in a little deeper. The 7 car is sticking pretty well on the outside. Here they come again. This time it'll be McIntyre. Bradley going to go underneath Muldoon. Muldoon tried the high side, going to try and follow Comer. Comer's not quite as quick as he'd like to be. Joe says, boink, hello, get moving, would you please? Bradley gets underneath him, and he'll take the 3rd spot. Muldoon going to fight back on the outside. Try to get that 76 machine to stick in the 2nd groove. It doesn't seem to. And you got McIntyre, Comer, Bradley, Muldoon, and Casa Grande. 1 through 5, nose to tail, going through 1 and 2. Comer gets out of 2 a little bit better, gets closer to the bumper of McIntyre. McIntyre goes in a little bit harder. And here they come with 3 to go. Still everybody nose to tail as they roll out of 4. Muldoon taking a peek underneath Bradley. Let's see who tries to make a move here in this last lap and a half. Bradley gets a little bit closer to Comer. The white flag flies. 1 to go for Ryan McIntyre. Bradley slides through 1 and 2. Not enough room for Joe to get underneath him or around him. So here they come. Looks like this is the way they're going to end up here. McIntyre first. Comer second. Bradley third. Muldoon fourth. And Casa Grande comes home fifth. So wait till later tonight. That's going to be a race to be had. It's going to be fun, fun, fun. Here we go. Martin, Peak, Miller, Neal, and Clark. Heat race number 2. Here they come out of 4, stomping on the loud pedal, and we're off. Justin Peak in the Mopar got the good start. If he rolls through 1 and 2 good, he'll take the lead going down the backstretch. And Martin getting contact. Martin and Peak get together and get together again. As Peak got sideways, a little bit of contact out of 2 and got the 78 machine. It's Raphael. I don't know. Whoever knows those Ninja Turtles, let me know a little bit later because he's got somebody riding around with him. I'm not exactly sure who. Yeah, I don't know any of them. I know they're Ninja Turtles. That's what I know. Green flag flies, and here we go. Neal gets a good jump, goes through 1 and 2 nice and clean, and out front down the backstretch. Clark tries to follow him through. Martin decides to change lanes, go to the outside, gives Miller, and Miller, smoke off the back tires. He spins, almost catches Peak again. Justin's probably going, what do I got, a bullseye on my car? Round 3 and 4, here they come, stomping on that loud pedal, and we are off again. Again, Neal gets a nice start through 1 and 2 and down the backstretch. And look at him pull the horsepower. Pulls about 2 or 3 car length lead going down the backstretch. Johnny Martin hanging tough in second, Tyler Clark third, and Justin Peak bringing up fourth. And Justin Peak slows down the backstretch. Got some problems with that car. I'm going to guess it's the front end steering geometry because he took a little bit of bump on that left front corner earlier. He's going to just slow down and get a feel for it, see what's going on. In the meantime, Jared Neal comfortably out front. Johnny Martin second, Tyler Clark third. Clark getting close to the bumper. Martin going to take a look on the inside. Not a lot of racing room there. Going to have to follow him down the front stretch. We're halfway done with this heat race number 2 for the King John Services Street Stocks. And Justin Peak says, you know what? I've had enough. I'm going to go back and work on this thing. Tyler Clark reading the bumper stickers on the back of Johnny Martin's car. Neal comfortably out front. Clark's going to take a look at the high side. I'm going to try it, and it's just not quite there yet. 5 in, 2.5 to go. Be 2 at this crossing of the line. We'll keep an eye on that second place race. White flag flies for Jared Neal. Jared, a veteran competitor, in and out of the seat periodically in anything that Drummond Motorsports comes out with. Tonight he is in the 33 machine, and barring anything really weird, it looks like he's going to win him in heat race tonight. So Jared Neal comes across the line, takes the checkers. Wiggum, McBride, Daler, Shaw, Howard, Puff, Howard, Rand, and Peppel. We're going to go 8 laps with these 8 cars. Going to be wild if the Glow Mod could out-hustle these guys. I don't think he's. I think he's going to really try. It'd be interesting. McBride on the pole. Naylor to the outside. Looks like a clean start at the cones, and they are off. Chris Howard split the difference. This dealer goes really, really high and lets 3 or 4 guys go by him, and Chris Howard's going to get right on the outside of Wes Shaw. Nope, Wes says not so easy there, Mr. 5.0. But Chris crosses over, going to try and get underneath him. Oh, Christopher Howard takes over second on a nice crossover move coming out of 4. And he's going to try and run down Brad McBride. Brad, the points leader. When the night started at the 13-point lead on the 5.0 of Chris Howard. Mike Grand and Tim Howard battling for the 5th spot. McBride stretching it out a little bit. Chris Howard slides through turn 2. Last time by, McBride was quicker by a couple of tenths. Keep an eye on the transponders. The eyeball test says that the Mustang of McBride is hustling tonight. Chris Howard a little bit quicker that time around. Grand finally gets underneath Howard. That's for the 5th spot. Five and 3 to go for the 90 of Brad McBride. And Howard a little bit quicker that time. The eyeball test says he's not gaining much. And Mr. Puff takes a spin to the infield. I think he'll be able to keep going. And he's going to turn into the infield and hit a cone in the process. We'll bring out the yellow flag. That'll close that gap. And here we go. 2 to go, and Howard with the big acceleration down the front stretch. And race control says that was too big of a jump. We're going to do that one again. They roll through 3 and 4. Much cleaner start that time. And the 5.0 just outpowered him that time, but it was a much cleaner start. We'll see if McBride and the Mustang can keep up. And you might have just seen the horsepower difference right there going down the backstretch. Two to go. See the white flag this time by. As Howard gets the inside of Shaw. Shaw spins. And everybody goes high to avoid him. And there's a big hole low, but they all went high. Peppel doing a little bit of farming out there in the weeds. Grand just missed Shaw. Maybe McBride is holding something a little bit back. He's been doing this a long time. He's a wily eraser. We are off. So Howard gets the lead. McBride sets him up on the backstretch. Rolls into 3 a little bit better. The eyeball test says he's getting in better. But Howard's got the horsepower going down the backstretch. 1 to go. The white flag flies for Christopher Howard in the 5.0 Frocky Plating Special. McBride second. Tim Howard third. Mike Grand fourth. And Peppel hanging out there in 5th. And there's your winner, Chris Howard. You gotta like that 42 machine. Isn't that kind of cool out there? I wish those guys didn't have to cancel. They had a little trouble getting a car count. So the glow mods that were scheduled on the docket tonight decided they could not make it. They didn't want to show up with a small field of cars, and we respect that. But Scott is a Fort Wayne guy, and he wanted to get out here and get some seat time, so we give him some. Okay, white flag flies. They're going down the backstretch. It's going to be Hunter Wilkerson. And Nick Kennedy, bring him around. Going to watch the 11 and the 55 in row 2. That's experience and rookie. Wilkerson and Kennedy on the loud pedal, and here they go. Nick Kennedy with a good acceleration power down the front stretch. Heinzelman jumps into the 3rd spot. Chilcote looks like he's going to try. Oh, the 11's not going to let him go that easy. Going to make Chilcote go high and work hard. The 11 stays low. Here comes your leader. It's Nick Kennedy, Wilkerson, Heinzelman, Chilcote. And Heinzelman throws it sideways. Chilcote goes way up the hill. And the world-famous Josh Richardson dives underneath him and finds some racing room down underneath Heinzelman. He's going for the 3rd spot. Richardson loves to throw that car into the corner, and he does just that. He's going to try and run Wilkerson and Kennedy down. Kennedy out front, Wilkerson second, Richardson third, Heitzlam in fourth. Josh blows by him in 1 and 2. Kennedy next on his radar. I know Nick, he's going to give him a little bit of a battle. As much as that car will let him. Around we go to Mr. Hart with his first twirly gig of his career. So a yellow flag will fly, and we'll get the 11 of John Hart rescued out of turn number 4. Spinning on dry pavement for the first time in a race car is always exciting. Here we go. Well, Richardson gets out front. Kennedy don't want him to get away. It'll be 3 to go this time by. And Spillers suddenly becomes a lot quicker these last 4 laps into 4th pretty easily. Richardson, Kennedy, Wilkerson, Spillers, your top 4 with 2 to go. Best matchup on the speedway. Ryan Spillers trying to get to the outside of the 27 of Wilkerson. Took a peek out there. Now he's door to door going into 3. Going to have to deal with Kennedy. Has he got enough steam to get around him too for second? Doesn't look like it. Josh Richardson's going to win. Kennedy second, Spillers third, Wilkerson fourth. Joe Coate comes home 5th. The lineup for the second heat race of the co-heating and air conditioning front wheel drive is going to be Ron Comer on the pole. Here they come, Comer and Walters. Comer's car is not responding when he stomps on the pedal. Walters gets out front. Lindleg chases him around. Clark finds room on the inside. He jumped into 3rd. Sheldon looks to the inside of Ashley. Elects not to stuff it in the corner too hard. And I think the Silver Bullet's going to lead lap number 1. Jake Brummett completes a lap. Going to try and complete another one. I'm going to try and limp around there. Wayne Wiley asks. And Walter hangs tight. Still leads on lap 2. Walters hangs tough, the twin 25s. The Silver Bullet outrunning the Red Dragon out there, but Lindleg finally gets through on the inside, takes over P1. Clark looking to go to the inside of Walters and take over the spot for second. Lindleg and that big dog he's got in there with him. We'll have to find out what its name is. Leads lap 3. Clark going to try and run him down. Walters hanging tough in 3rd. Rand taking a peek down to the inside. I'm thinking maybe that 3rd spot might be something he wants here very shortly. Clark gets his nose to the quarter panel on the outside. Lindleg's got to know he's out there. Outruns him down the front stretch. 2 to go. The 25 of Sheldon Lindlag. The 99 of Chris Clark. Ashley Walters hanging tough in the 25. And the Brown in the 51. Going to be your top 4. 1 to go. White flag is flying. Going to make a bid on the outside. Just don't seem to have the grip out there tonight to really do much. We'll see if the horsepower in the Honda can get it done. Side by side going into 3. Here we go. This is going to be a great finish. Lindlag on the inside. Clark on the outside. Who's going to get to the line first? Oh, we're going to watch close. It's Chris Clark. Barely, but it's Chris Clark. By about a tenth of a second, they tell me here at timing and scoring. So, Chris Clark starts in the back, goes all the way to the front, and wins heat race number 2 for the co-heating and air conditioning front-wheel drive division. And now the modifieds, a dandy field of 16 miles out here tonight. Should bump Scott Coe into the inside of the third row. And outside of him should be Cowan. Coe and Fisher both going to hang back. So you got 6 guys racing, 2 guys feeling their cars out. Neither one in the points race, so they don't want to mix things up too bad. And KC Spillers takes the green flag and gets a big old jump on Steve Slater Jr. Great start for the 38 and the 81. The 92 machine seems to be underpowered for some reason or another. Just not going quite as fast as it did in qualifying. Might have mechanical problems. It's KC Spillers leading lap 1. KC out front, K.C. out front. KC in the 81, he's running second. The best races for third. That's hitting on the inside, Cowan on the outside. Matt Dimmitt watching those two, make sure they don't get anything, do anything too silly. Getting 16 cars in the house tonight. Going to be a great feature race with these modifieds. KC Spillers going to lead lap 4. We're halfway through, 4 in, 4 to go. Dimmitt finds his way underneath the 4 of Cowan. That'll be for 4th spot. Spillers comfortably out front. Nash comfortably in second. Hitting, try to run him down in third. Casey Nash, the points leader, staying pretty comfortable. Don't want to get too crazy tonight, but don't want to get too lazy either. 1 to go at the line. KC Spillers in that orange and yellow rocket. Checkered flag flies. It's KC Spillers. Cass Kemp, Don Skaggs going to make up your front row. Don, the veteran competitor, 80 years young on the outside, racing out of Fort Myers, Florida, moves up to the Midwest so he can play in that modified division. He's all over the place. He's a Winchester, and here I've seen him at Angola. I've seen him all over the place. Don's not afraid to race anywhere. The fire bottle machine, along with Cass Kemp, going to bring him around. A little bit slow as fields go. Here they go. They're off. And Kemp slides and spins in front of everybody. Stabbed the throttle, and those tires did not grip. They spun, and around he went. He kept her running. Kemp. Skaggs, Breedlove, Bacon, here they go. Much smoother this time. Still spun the tires, but he hung on to it this time, and Don Skaggs gets out front. He likes the second lane here at Bearfield Motorsports Park. It might be interesting. He gets out there, they may have a little trouble getting around him. Breedlove stays tight to the inside of Bacon. Gives Kemp a little bit of bump love there, and we'll see what happens. Breedlove's going to get, they got racing room? Not much. Boy, that's a tight fit, but he's got in the dirt a little bit. That'll take him, slow him down a smidgen. Oh, Skaggs with a nice lead early. Cass pushes high. Breedlove can't quite stuff the X machine in there. Now he's got it some racing room this time. Cass got to know he's there, and Breedlove is going to take over P2. Miller bonsais into 3 and gets Cass's attention. Bacon's going to follow him through on the train. So Skaggs out front. Breedlove second. Miller third. Bacon fourth. And Gearhart, Todd Gearhart, has wiggled his way into 5th. Slide over to timing and scoring here. Skaggs got a nice little lead, but the eyeball test says the Breedlove was catching him kind of in a hurry. This time by another 4/10. So he's got to hustle because there's only 2 to go. Well, Breedlove's got a count on Skaggs, missing his marks. Don so far has not done that tonight. White flag flies. It's Skaggs, it's Breedlove, it's Miller, Bacon, and Gearhart. Breedlove closes the gap big time. If he had a couple more laps, it might get more interesting. Don Skaggs, your winner. White flag this time by. Jacob Bradley going to watch him shuffle and bang around a little bit and then pick a lane. Jacob is one of our graduates from the go-kart ranks. Started driving a street stock last year and doing a nice job this year. He's got an outside shot at this thing. Here they come. Martin, Peak. They stomp on the throttle. Here we go. We are racing. Showtime at Bearfield Motorsports Park. 2x2. Oh, that's good. Pretty cool going through 1 and 2. Peak gets the advantage. Going down the backstretch. He's going to give him a lane outside in. Somebody's off the backstretch. Who's missing? You're going to throw the red flag here and get everybody stopped. Martin and Pease, Clark and Neal, Comer and McIntyre, Casagrande, Muldoon. Here they come. The green flag flies, the adrenaline flows, the foot to stomping, and we're off. Again, solid 2x2 going through 1 and 2. Martin with a little bit better start this time. Peak just hanging really tough on the outside. Martin by about a half a car length going through 3 and 4. Everybody's clean. We got 1 in. Oh, that was close. They're going to give it to Justin Peak, lap 1 leader. And lap 1 really don't matter. Lap 30 does. Martin gets a little bit of advantage. Clark gets underneath Peak. He's going to take over P2. Muldoon and McIntyre side by side racing for 6th and 7th right at the minute. Muldoon on the inside, McIntyre on the outside. He's trying to follow Bobby Comer through there. Muldoon to the inside of Neal. Johnny Martin setting the pace pretty nice here early in the race. Muldoon up to fourth. Clark looking on the inside of Martin. Martin says, not this time, buddy, and he gets out of the corner better. Clark dropped that left rear into the dirt. He's really doing some landscaping down low. Peak spins, loses it, just puts the nose on the wall, just a love tap, so he should be okay. Not a little bit loose coming out of 4. Here they come through 3 and 4. Clark to the outside, Martin to the inside. The green flag flies. And Tyler Clark with a good start. Muldoon follows him right through and jumps into second. Takes a look down on the inside. Gets the nose of that 76 machine into his tire. Let's see if Tyler knows he's there. Probably not. Wisely, Joe backs out. Tyler Clark leads after the restart. Johnny Martin, a little tap from Neal, got a little wiggle. Neal going to try and look down to the inside. Martin out horsepowers him down the straightaway. Hangs on to the 3rd spot. Neal 4th, Comer 5th, Casagrande 6th, McIntyre hanging out 7th. Muldoon out. Clark out front, Muldoon 2nd. Martin 3rd. McIntyre goes to the inside of Casagrande, picks up a spot. Time to get up on the wheel of the M80 machine. If you got anything for him, you better bring it home. Johnny Martin having a nice run in the 47X machine. Still hanging tough in 3rd. Neal all over his back bumper, but catching the guys one thing, passing them's another. Tyler Clark set the pace. This time by, they're going to have 12 in and 18 to go. Again, Neal looks to the inside of Martin. Not quite enough room to get there. Comer pops Neal a good one going through 3 and 4, letting him know he's got some friends behind him. McIntyre tries the low line on Comer. Didn't work. McIntyre still hanging out in 6th. Halfway through, 15 in, 15 to go. Jared Neal all over the back bumper, the 47 Johnny Martin. Comer starting to look a little bit frisky Into the outside goes Ryan McIntyre. Thinking maybe the other lane, an inside lane's plugged up. We're going to try the outside. Comer has a brush with the concrete with the right front. That could knock the toe in off and make that car a little squirrely. We'll keep an eye on it. Takes a look underneath Neal. Can't get it in the corner hard enough to get there. McIntyre did the same thing, kind of looking under Comer. In the meantime, Clark and Muldoon have got it stretched out to about a 10-car length lead. Comer finally gets a lot more race car underneath Neal than he's had in the last 5 or 6 laps. We got 10 to go. We're 2/3 of the way in. Busy traffic coming out of 2 for that 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th spot. Meantime, Muldoon closing the gap on Tyler Clark. Johnny Martin hanging tough the first 21 laps here. Comer again to the inside of Neal. Seven to go. Tyler Clark got out front early and has set a solid pace this race. The best race on the speedway is between Neal, Comer, and McIntyre. Those guys are dicing it. McIntyre looks like he's going to get to the inside of Comer. Comer's got some horsepower. See if he can make it stick down to the inside. Like Ryan might clear him this time by. We've got Jared Neal and Johnny Martin to contend with. We've got 5 to go. Got underneath Neal coming out of 4. He's getting everything he's got in that orange and black M80 machine. 4 to go. It'll be 3 this time by. Johnny Martin, McIntyre gives him a boom going into 1. Martin didn't phase him any at all. Neal kind of taking a peek to the outside of McIntyre. Two to go. Tyler Clark leading the feature. Joe Muldoon cruising in second. McIntyre 4th behind Johnny Martin. 1 to go. And Ryan's getting all he can get out of that car tonight. Just isn't as fast as it normally is. Here comes Clark through 3 and 4. Here comes Muldoon through 3 and 4. Tyler Clark's your winner. And we have a track champion in Joe Muldoon. Tyler Clark, your feature winner. I think he's kind of happy. But, hey, let's talk to Tyler. You got out front and set a nice pace, hitting your marks well. Am I allowed to do this wolf call, or do you do that? Or how do we do that, Tyler?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either. Let's talk about the race from your perspective. Pretty good race, actually.
It was. You know, we've just we haven't had a whole lot of good luck this year, so it was good to end on a good note. You know, we just got out front and just hit our marks and just try to stay out front. I don't know where they were at, but we just kept hitting our marks, hoping they weren't right there.
Well, Joe was behind you, but he was driving a smart race, and you guys were probably 10 to 15 car lengths ahead of the rest of the field. Johnny Martin had a good night, held him off, held his lanes and stuff, and bottlenecked the rest of the field, so you come away with a event. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, I think the celebration is about to begin here. Yep, you've been a track champion. You know how it feels. My own damn feet tied up. It worked, didn't it? Funny how prayer works, huh? Mom, are you still nervous? Not no more. Huh? Terrific. Get in there. Have you caught your breath, Joe? You won't most of the night, trust me. Championship pictures, championship video. Joe Muldoon and the Fisher Fabrication number 76 machine. He's been getting steadily better week after week, year after year, and it finally culminates in a championship. Yeah, gotta love championship night here at Bearfield Motorsports Park. One of my favorite nights. Nick Kennedy here helped celebrate. He's the driver of the green number 13 compact car. Two Joes Racing represented right here. Get them all. We'll get the photographs in, and then we'll talk to Joe if he's caught his breath yet. The adrenaline is still flowing, I'm sure. This is one of them nights where you count the teeth because everybody's smiling so hard you can count every tooth in their head. My turn, guys. I get him now. Joe, I'm sure you got a whole bunch of people to thank. Oh, that's just one of them Hall of Fame guys. Curtis Setzer down here helped celebrate a little bit. Well, where do you want to start? Let's talk about all the people you need to thank here.
I'd like to thank Fisher Fabrication, Bush Chiropractic, Mom, Dad, Jess, Jamie, Redmaster Fusion, Tim and Misty, Dale and Rose, Steve, of course, Susan and Keith, Tom Lee. I did this for him. Karen can't be with us right now, but we finally got it. It's been 4 years. I'm just glad it happened. Thank you.
Absolutely. To talk about that race, because you got out in second, and I know you guys don't run radios. Did you realize you guys had like a 10 or 15 car length lead on the world there?
I did not. I just kept watching the scoreboard, making sure the M80 was back, not on it. I knew I had to beat him. I didn't care if Tyler won. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Need to be where I'm at.
Well, that was a wise race you drove, and you know that scoreboard does come in handy. Plus, we count them down, so you know how many laps are going on. So, Joe, congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
Proud of you. We got 20 laps to determine the champion here. Howard has to finish 3 spots in front of the 90 of Brad McBride to win tonight's championship. Here they go. Green flag flies, and we're championship racing. Howard jumps out the early lead. Grand follows him through on the outside. McBride is going to challenge for third. And we got a spin in the infield. Yellow flag. So we are off again. And Howard launches that 5.0 that time. Daler hanging tough in second. Grand goes to the outside, looks to take over P2. McBride thinking about going 3 deep. No, changes his mind. Probably a wise decision this early in the 20-lap race. McBride to the inside of Daler. And he'll slide him into third. Grand in second. McBride in third. We will watch this closely. Three laps clean, 17 to go. McBride makes the big move to the inside of Mike Grand. As they stand, McBride, if they finish this way, McBride will be the track champ. And Howard will end up second. So we'll keep an eye on things. Anything can happen. We've seen cars break down. We've seen yellow flags at the weirdest times this year. But Daler and Howard are going to be battling for 4th spot here. We'll keep an eye on that for you too. Howard with a comfortable lead. He's 7 in, 13. It'll be 12 to go next time by. We're going to sneak over to timing and scoring and take a look over his shoulder and see who's turning the faster laps here. Right now, it's Brad McBride, last time by 3/10 of a second. So he's gaining on him. And he really doesn't need to pass him for the championship, but you know, feature wins are feature wins. McBride again a little bit quicker that time, but only by 1/10. And the yellow flag as Daler and Howard get together. Daler spins. So that nice big fat lead. And we are off. Howard with a good start. McBride hanging tough in second. All McBride has to do is follow him into tire tracks for 11 laps, and he's got himself a championship. But if I know these two competitors, they're both going to want to win this feature event. We are halfway through. McBride and Howard setting the pace. McBride quicker by almost 0.3 of a second that time. Gives him a little love tap. Says, hello, I'm back here. I want to win this feature event. Backs off, lets him get away for a little bit. We'll run him up. McBride still hanging tough in second. Got up to his bumper a couple of times, but did not challenge him. I think he's got the math figured out in his head that he just has to hang tough. And around goes McBride. And they missed him by not much. But Brad McBride, it goes around. Now we got to do some thinking. That puts him at the back of the pack. He's going to have to get around at least one car. So if we've got the math done right, if McBride finishes fourth, Chris Howard is the champion by 1 point. So McBride's got to get past at least one of these cars. And here we go, 6 to go. And Howard suddenly finds some power and speed. He jumps out in front. That's Tim Howard. Chris in second, McBride now in third. Tim Howard in the 51 out front. And you got to wonder if Chris let him go for a lap or two just to be nice, because here he comes up underneath him. Tim Howard pulls him down the backstretch a little bit. Chris goes into 3. McBride doesn't need to pass anybody. He's in good shape by just a couple of points. Free to go. He's hot to trot on Tim Howard's bumper. Chris out front by half a car length. Brad looking for somebody to give him a lane to race in. Howards are running side by side. We got 1 to go. McBride giving Tim Howard a push all the way down the front stretch and spins Tim Howard on the last lap. Well, that'll bring out the yellow flag. Here we go. Green flag flies. 2 to go. McBride looking to go to the high side. One to go. He's past Tim Howard. He just hangs tough. He'll be okay. Mike Grand doing everything he can to win this thing. Here they come. Chris Howard looks like he's going to take the checkered. Brad McBride close enough. Tim Howard bounces it off the concrete trying to do what he can, but Chris Howard wins the feature. Brad McBride wins the championship. Chris Howard, your feature winner. Talked to Chris several times this year, and we're doing the math on the championship, but I think Chris Howard, your feature winner in the 5.0 machine. Chris, good race. Got out front, held your ground, had a little fun, had a great season. He won the feature. Unfortunately, lost the championship by a grand total of 1 point. Yeah, I know. This big, strong guy is the most bummed out dude in the place right now for winning a feature event, Chris. You want to talk, or you just want to go ugh?
Yeah, just ugh. Like I said, it's been a long year. I've been trying my damnedest. 1 point, I guess that's what it takes. Sorry I didn't perform enough for y'all.
Hey, you did well. You put a lot of fun into this season, Brad. The car gave you some trouble here and there. And, yeah, maybe that'd been a little more aerodynamic. You know, both of you guys had mechanical problems during the course of the year, so it's just a matter of, man, 1 point. You never, you know, in May and June, when you're making decisions, you don't think about 1 point. But, boy, tonight, here it is right in our nose.
Yeah, it's hard racing.
Well, here, I'll take you off the hook here. There's some people that you need to thank, I'm sure, Frankie Plating and everybody.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Frankie Plating, Exterior Service, Wilson's Lawn Care, Worthy Treasures and Firearms. Everybody.
All right, Chris Howard, quite a sportsman here. Willing to talk to us when bittersweet moment when he wins the feature race, but not quite where he wanted to be. And the 90 machine is back onto the racetrack. Photo ops and stuff. Brad McBride going to be your point champion. I don't know if he's heard the that large distance he won by. You got some banners and some photographs to take, and 2 more feature races to decide some championships. The front wheel drives, we've done some math up there, and we'll see. Oh, it's good. Thank you. We'll see how that all washes out. And, of course, the modifieds also. Brad McBride out of the car. Let's give him a big round of applause. He's had some bizarre mechanical problems this year and come through it. And guess what? You the champ, my friend. Well, come on over here. Let's get some photographs and talk about this a little bit. Did you realize how close you were?
Yes, I did.
Oh, my, oh, my. Brad's been racing in this division quite a few years. He's got these things figured out pretty well. Him and Chris, good sportsmen, race hard. They trade paint now and then, but that does happen. That's what we do here. That's why race cars have fenders on them, so you can rub it a little bit. Logan's logo is one of the sponsors on the McBride Motorsports Mustang. Got a big Garfield on there. Haven't had a chance to talk to you much this year, Brad, but I'm sure there's some folks that you'd like to thank for your championship.
Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody that actually came out here with me every night, supported me, everybody that we've helped build engines for and stuff, and they've had a lot of tough luck in that. And I got to especially thank Dave and Carl Jenkins. Thanks, Dave.
Well, you've had some mechanical problems. You're on your own, and you jumped in Wes Shaw's car for a couple weeks and made that buggy run pretty good. And, boy, he had helped you out quite a bit then this year.
Us out a ton. I can't thank them guys near enough for helping us out like that. So
you know, sometimes it's a shame you can't break them trophies in half or in eighths and give one to everybody and stuff. So
trust me, they'll get their parts.
Very good. Brad McBride, he's your champion in the mini stock division here at Barefield Motorsports Park. Chip Heinzelman and John Chilcote, Ryan Spillers, and Josh Richardson. That rounds out your field. And Jake Brummett is going to bring up the tail. 25 laps. And again, if Brummett can complete one lap, he'll have a big enough points cushion that he will be your champion in the compact division. That motor is tired. You usually don't watch the back of the pack at first, but we're gonna. And Warren Barand out front, Lindleg quickly into second. Lots of traffic going through two. People trying to make a big batch of headway. Kennedy, Richardson, Spillers, that whole gang. Kennedy gives somebody a shot. Jake Brummett completes a lap. Yellow flag. We got a miss. Clark on the inside. One of the Heitzelman cars. Isley Walter's involved. People over the hump. We got one lap in. And 24 to go. So traffic got a little bit thick down there in turn 2. Warren Barand, Sheldon Lindleg. Gonna bring him around. Green flag flies and we're gonna try it again. And Comer goes over the edge. See if he gets that back up. He's still moving, he's back up. Barand and Lindleg. Clark in third. Barand leads lap number 1. Lindleg hanging tough. Got them smaller tires on him, so he hits the chip. And the 57 machine again completes that one lap that's also important to him. That should seal the deal the rest of the night is who wins the feature event here in the compact division. Sheldon Lindleg, Warren Barand running side by side. Lindleg gets the good bite coming out of 2. Gets out in front of Warren. Warren's going to hang tough down on the inside. We'll see if he can catch him. And I don't think that's going to happen. Chris Clark now trying to decide which lane to go into in the 99 machine. And Warren Barand, he can call it a night. He just doesn't know it yet. Excuse me, Jake Brummett can call it a night. He just don't know it yet. Sheldon Lindleg in 25. Sheldon Lindleg out front. Barand second. Clark third. World famous Josh Richardson fourth. Nick Kennedy on the battle. He's with Chilcote battling for fifth. Richardson by Clark. Traffic in the motor has expired. And into the infield he goes. Got 6 laps in. 19 to go. Lindleg and Barand hit the loud pedal, and Lindleg finds room on the inside to his liking. Hopefully, yeah, that was just the kitty litter kicking up. So the 25 is Sheldon Lindleg out front. Warren Barand second. Josh Richardson third. Chris Clark fourth. Nick Kennedy 5th, Chilcote 6th, Spillers 7th, and the rookie hurt at 8th. A little bit of contact in the middle of the field. Richardson to the outside of Baran, takes over the second spot. Gonna eyeball Lindlag next. Eldon's got that car turning pretty well. The red 25, I think Josh, if he's gonna get him, gonna have to go to the high side to do it. Gomer done for the night. That car's been giving him fits all night long. Richardson gonna hang tough on the outside, see if he can make a move, and he does down the backstretch. Takes over the top spot. It's Josh Richardson, the world famous machine. Winner of the Street Stock Extravaganza earlier this year. Sheldon Lindlag having a good run so far. We've got 11 in and 14 to go. Things are getting exciting in 3, 4, 5, and 6. Moran's holding off Clark, Spillers, and Chilcote. And Heinzelman's going to slide in there and join the party. To the outside goes Spillers. I think he saw Richardson out there and said, you know what, I can't let him get away. Let's see what I can do about catching him. Crossover move, going to go to the inside of Baran. Clears him going through 1 and 2. His next target is going to be Sheldon Lindlag again. Lindlag is not easy to pass tonight. 12 laps to go. Will be 11 this time by. And a yellow flag as Chris Clark finds his way into the grass in the infield. And a little accordion action going on back there. Bump, bump, bump. Bumpity bump, bump. Everybody's doing some bumper checks now. Here we go. Richardson, Spillers, Chilcote, Lindlag, and Baran. And the 55 of Heinzelman gets loose. We need to get him going there. The car will quit, and that'll bring out a yellow flag. There they come. Richardson with a good jump. Spillers gets out the second. Chilcote going to try and run him down. Lindlag with a good bite coming out of 2. Closes the gap on 3rd. Dive to the inside by the 11 machine. Snuck up on Baran. Hart doing a nice job. One of the cars that are staying straight. And Heinzelman side by side going down the backstretch. Chip's going to try and get past Chris. Richardson starting to stretch his lead on a little bit, giving 8 or 9 car lengths. I don't know if Spillers is playing a little bit of possum or Richardson's just that much quicker tonight. We'll find out here in 8 laps for sure. Hurt under Lindlag. looking to come in fourth in the pink and black machine. Reminds you of that box of licorice, good and plenty. Richardson out front with 6 to go. The race might be for second place as Spiller's being hounded by the 58 of Chilcote. Chilcote looking to go to the outside. Spiller's hanging tough on the inside. Pulls him by a couple of car lengths going down the backstretch. Going to be 2 to go this time by. And Spillers stretches it out a little bit. Impressed by the 11 machine. Lindlag doing a nice job hanging tough in 5th tonight. White flag flies. 1 to go for Josh Richardson. Spillers, Chilcote, Hurt, and Lindlag with top 5. Richardson sailing through 3 and 4. He's going to cover this thing pretty easy tonight. And there's your winner. The world famous Josh Richardson. Ryan Spiller's going to bring the 38X home in second. And the 58 of John Chilcote in third. Your champ is in the infield, actually. The champ is Jake Brummett. All he had to do is complete 1 lap, and he was the champion. They give him enough points cushion. So he's out in the infield, and we need to drag him up here because we'd like to talk to him. He had a big enough points lead where all he had to do is complete 1 lap. And again, Josh Richardson, your feature winner. Yeah, I think the safety truck got that frog. We almost had a frog delay as if a frog of all things got on a racetrack. He's kind of flat now. Kind of like road pizza, right? Well, world famous, here we are again, another feature win. He got out front, ran, and disappeared on the field. Let's talk about that a little bit.
That was interesting, was it not?
Well, we were counting the yellows, I'll tell you that.
Well, I think we've been pretty good all year, green and checker, with very few cautions. And tell you what, when I had nowhere to go down here 1 and 2, I thought my night was over. I got it woed down, went off top of the track. I never touched anything or anybody. I was like, all right, we're good to go here. Let's go at it again. But pretty cool to see Ryan come from the back, and he was beating on me there for a minute. I thought he was there the last 5 laps, to be honest. I thought he was right on me. I didn't know, but yeah, it was an interesting night. I got a lot of fans come out here tonight. Appreciate everybody from work, and some other friends come out here. My dad showed up tonight, so that's pretty cool. Just an overall great night.
Well, congratulations. And we're going to talk to the track champ who got to watch his championship from the infield. That's kind of a unique thing. Well, you know, it happens, but he had a good enough season all year where he had to actually complete 1 lap. He managed to get 3 or 4 in before that motor finally just completely disappeared on him. Let's give him a big round of applause. He wins it, watches it from the infield. You are our track champion. Well, come over here and talk to me then. We heard this car had some mechanical problems. Get off my cord, big boy. Thank you. Heard you had mechanical problems earlier tonight. What happened to the motor?
Well, I tried to change a couple things over the week, and pretty much didn't change the stuff I should have, and yeah, had some motor trouble, and I tried to put it through the feature, and you guys saw what happened.
Well, we did the math, and you only had to complete 1 lap. And then when we had to go to complete restart, I thought, oh, my God, I hope that motor can hang in there. And he's going to kill us if it don't. And you made, 3 laps before it finally expired, I think.
Yeah, something like that. And on the warm-up laps and everything, I had it in a real high gear, so I wasn't turning high RPMs and whatnot, just trying to get it to last at least 1 lap, and I got a couple out of it.
Hey, you did it fine until that baby puked. It's the perfect time to puke, isn't it? So, hey, there's got to be some people you got to thank for the championship tonight, I'm sure.
Well, the main one I want to thank, they sponsored me at the beginning of the season, helped me out with some tires. A couple other people I want to thank, my cousin right there, Mike Keener. Keith Barker helped me out tail end of the season. My uncle helped me out at the shop. Zach Saylor, he's another racer back there, helped me out at the shop. Wish he could have done better. Really all the front-wheel drive guys. I mean, we're a great group of guys back here. Josh, Ryan, Chip, everybody, you know. For the most part, people are willing to help each other out, and I really like that. Not all classes can say that.
He is your champion for 2019 in the co-heating and air conditioning compact division, Jake Brummett. White flag flies, 30 laps to go. Slater and Nash stomping on the loud pedal, and here we go. It's show time at the park. Nash gets in a little hot, pushes a little high. Him and Slater come out of 2 dead even. We got dust flying from somebody, and that's Skaggs off the racetrack. They should keep going. Green, green, green. And Casey Nash breaks out front. Slater second. Cowan trying to follow Casey on the outside. Matt Dimmitt trying to do the same thing. Jay Kenton says, I do not want to be boxed in. I don't care how early it is. He finally gets to the outside. Matt Dimmitt all over the bumper of Cowan, looking to take over P2. Nash out front. Kenton in 4th. In, 25 to go. Casey Nash out front. Andy Cowan second. Matt Dimmitt looking to find a way to get around the 4 machine. Going to try the inside as he cut low. Cowan's going to give him a little racing room. He does. Let's see how they do going down the back stretch. Even horsepower. Dimmitt gets into the corner a little bit better. And Dimmitt in P2. Hinton thinking about doing the same thing. We got Cowan on the inside, Hinton kicks up a little dust with the left rear. Has to get out of the throttle a smidgen. Matt Dimmitt looking to the outside of Casey Nash. Nash goes in a little hard, takes the high line. Dimmitt follows him through. And Hinton hanging out in fourth. Dimmitt taking a look underneath Nash. Didn't work that time. Here comes some lap traffic into play. It'll be 20 in and or 10 in and 20 to go this time by. We're 1/3 of the way through. Dimmitt and Nash battling for the point. Dimmitt gets into the corner really, really well. Nash has got to know he's there now. At this point, it'd be wise to let him go. Look who snuck into fifth. It's Scott Coe. There's no slouch in the 28 either. Matt Dimmitt out front. Casey Nash lets him know he's not going away easy. Cowan is the buffer between Nash and Hinton. Cowan thinks about going low. Nash says no. Here we go. 16 this time by. Matt Dimmitt out front, stretching the lead out a little bit. Nash in second. Cowan in third. And Scott Coe getting to the outside of the 9 of Jake Hinton. Put Hinton back another 5 points as Coe could get around him. A little past halfway. It'll be 13 to go this time by. The black and white number 7 in its familiar spot. Cowan and Nash battling for second. Coe and Hinton in the battle for fourth. Coe gets side by side with him going down the backstretch. Hinton pulls him going in. Coe stuffs it in a little tighter. You'll see if the tires stick. I think they did. And Scott Coe takes over the fourth spot. Didn't realize somebody was on his bumper. That got exciting for a second. Casey Nash, Cowan, Coe, and Hinton. 10 to go. Casey Nash handling some lap traffic in Don Skaggs. We're down to single digits. Nash has got a good shot at your track championship. Yellow flag. And we got Mel Klein looking the wrong direction in turn 4. Klein spins it. Fisher and Spiller's 6th and 7th and 8th. Bumpity bump, here we go. Everybody knows what's happening. 10 to go. Cowan gets underneath Nash, going down the backstretch. Coe got out in front of Hinton again. Casey driving a loose race car. Hustling that thing around, got the advantage and got where he needed to be. 9 to go, going to be 8 this time by. Nash gets in a little hot. Coe finds room underneath Cowan. Coe to third. Seven to go. Scott Coe in the black 28. All over the back bumper of Casey Nash. Looking to make the pass, maybe down on the inside. Got down low, not enough room. Coe gets off the track and gets hammered in the back bumper and spun. Looking for a good clean start with 6 to go. Dibbin and Nash. Nash again a little bit loose. Doing a decent job in that second row again. Cowan gets right beside Nash on the restart. Cowan and Nash neck and neck for second. 5 to go. Casey Nash falls to third. He's still got a cushion of 3 spots to go. With 4 to go. Dimon again out front by several car lengths. Cowan in the 4 machine has really stepped up his game the last couple of weeks. Yeah, the Slater Jr., you're right. He's never seen this racetrack in a modified. He's doing a nice job tonight. Terry Fisher Jr. to the outside. He's going to start challenging Jay Kenton. We got 2 to go. Matt Dimmitt out front hitting his marks, doing what he normally does. White flag flies. 1 lap to go. The battle is for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Dimmitt is going to win this feature event unless something really freaky happens here in the next 100 yards. It's Matt Dimmitt. It's Andy Cowan. Casey Nash brings it home third. That is your track champion, the youngster, the young lion in the 81 machine. And I would bet there's some emotion in that car right now. We'll get down there and talk to both our feature winner and our track champion here in just a moment. What are you looking for? Matt Dimmitt, winning never gets old, does it?
No, never. This has been an incredible year. Every race that we've had a lot of rainouts, but every race that we've had, regardless of the show on the 3/8, we've won, which is could never ever think that would happen. So this one here goes out to my mom. She's been going through some stuff, and this win's for her. So.
Excellent. Now I got to ask you, what was going through your mind when Skaggs decided to go high and you had to go a little bit higher? And we have to keep it clean here.
Yeah, I made sure I told him he was number one. I don't know what the hell that was all about, but yeah.
Well, actually, he was trying to get out of the way, and he went to the high side like the old guys do. And we tried to get everybody to go to the low side. And sometimes I know, and you know, sometimes you just don't hear in the race receiver. So it all came out. I don't see any tire donuts or anything, so that's a good thing. So whole bunch of sponsors. Can you do them without thinking?
No, I can't think on my own anyway. So Platt Show Pigs, Eagles 241, Honey Badger Hot Rod, Burkett Nestor Race Cars, Above the Rest, Rich's Cafe, Snap On by Matt Simon, Getaway Layaway Vacation, Aaron Contracting, and Aaron Bobby Platt. They're here tonight. Lund's Reception Hall, Axe Enterprise, ICU Bar and Grill, Panacea Powder Coating, Mike Gerlach, Drummond Motorsports, Outerwear, Ridge Napa, Winchester Speedway.
Now it's getting loose. Go. Are we going to see you next week?
Design One Concrete and Ace Radiator.
Are we going to see you down at Winchester next weekend?
No, I won't be there. Got too much stuff going on, but we'll definitely be there for the 400 weekend.
Great. We'll be down there. I'll be glad to. Maybe I'll talk to you in Victory Lane down there, too. That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be a dream there. So.
Yeah, it's a crazy place. But congratulations. Great night. Matt Dimmitt, winner of tonight's feature event for the Modifieds. Hey, come here. We got to talk. You done something pretty damn cool. Get over here. Hell, I'll talk to Dad. I don't care. Yeah. I'll talk to anybody. What do you think of this kid there, Dad?
I'm pretty proud of him.
You should be. You guys. Now, this is a homemade car and everything, and you really want to get a different car? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, well, you know, it is what it is, a new car next year.
Oh, man, I don't know. We're going to have to retire this thing as a champion. There you go, like Michael Jordan does.
This one's for sale.
Okay, this one's for sale, but the driver is not for hire. Guess what? Well, when the season started, did you think you'd end up being the champ?
Not at all.
Why not? I think you did a great job this year. Consistent driving. You know, it looks like you kind of like a loose race car because you scoot around a lot, but you never seem to go backwards.
No, it was a handful. It's been a handful all season. There's no denying it that I'm exhausted every time I've got out of this race car. I leave it all on the table every time we get in because this is what we set out to do, and I knew if we didn't give 110% now, then somebody else would, and so we just did the best we could, like always.
We're going to call Linda Jackson to let her know that maybe a little magic she put in that seat for you this year. You were the subject of a neat little documentary on during the May. And, boy, are you the happiest guy here? Awesome. I think you might be. Hey, I'd talk to you some more, but I think they want to get some pictures that says champion on it. Casey, congratulations. I'm proud of you.